Hello, my name is Emma, and welcome to Self Growth Uncensored. Today I have an interesting technique that I've created myself that I think I'll just call like the 25-minute emotional processing meditation technique. Just really helps flush out any negative emotion, whether that be anger, jealousy, sadness, in 25 minutes. So let's get started. So for the main components of this meditation, it's really, the purpose is to allow yourself to feel your emotions, and by letting that energy kind of cycle through and process, you're allowing the space for it to come in and for you to feel it, but also for it to exit and move on so that you can move on to the more positive emotions like peace, calm, happiness, excitement, all that good stuff. So to begin, I want you to set a timer for 10 minutes, and you're going to sit and you're going to feel. Whatever comes up, whatever thoughts, emotions, feelings, you are just going to allow it. You can punch a pillow, you can cry. What I really recommend is to take out a piece of pen and paper and then just like start venting and ranting. It does not matter how awful or just terrible the things that you're writing down, because it has to come out of you. If you just bury those emotions and those feelings and those thoughts because they seem bad or awful, which they might be, but they're there, then you're just going to suppress it. And by suppressing, it's going to over time build up until you get to a point where you cannot suppress it anymore, and it'll erupt kind of out of nowhere, which you do not want. So just take 10 minutes, set a timer. I'm not joking. Set a timer for 10 minutes and just feel, just write, just allow yourself to experience whatever it is that needs to come up. This can be a little scary at first, especially if you're used to pushing down your feelings and emotions. And I think that a reason why we do that is because we're afraid if we allow it to come up, then it's not going to go away. But just like anything in life, are you afraid of experiencing happiness and joy because it's going to run out? Probably not. So it's the same on the flip side with the more lower energies, being sadness, anger, jealousy, etc. If you allow yourself to experience those things, it's not going to last forever. In fact, when you allow yourself to have these emotions come up, it's going to dissipate quicker than if you were to suppress them over time. So after these 10 minutes are up, you need to make the decision to be like, okay, I'm going to get out of victim mode, I'm going to get out of anger mode, and we're going to move on to the next step. I find that by the end of the 10-minute mark, and even beforehand, I feel a lot more drained from those negative emotions and energy and thoughts and feelings. It's funny how just allowing yourself to experience them for a short period of time allows them to exit really quickly, really quickly. So the next step is on that piece of paper with the pen you wrote or ranted on. Under all of that, I want you to write out probably 2 to 5 emotions that you just experienced in those previous 10 minutes. So you say, I am feeling this, I am feeling this, and I am feeling this. This really helps you just identify what is the issue here and why you're feeling a certain way, or what you're feeling, so that we can move on and come up with solutions and a mindset for that going forward. I would say to do this just for a couple minutes, maybe like 1 or 2. It's after processing in the first 10 minutes, it's relatively easy to identify what you just experienced before. Okay, so after that, after you've written down or identified the 3 to 5 things that were going on, now I want you to underline the main emotions in those 3 sentences. So if it was, for example, I am feeling guilt, I am feeling anger, and I am feeling jealousy, then you'd underline guilt, anger, and jealousy. This is an important step because moving on to the next step after that is going to be writing down your subconscious beliefs and your subconscious thoughts. What I mean by this is take that emotion of guilt and really, really think, okay, where is this actually coming from? Yes, I feel guilty about the situation, but ask yourself why. That guilt might really be coming from the subconscious belief or thought, I don't feel good enough, or I don't feel worthy. As you can kind of see, we're slowly going deeper into your emotional processing, first just experiencing it, then identifying the feeling, and then identifying the belief behind that feeling. By getting to the root of the issue, we can actually solve the problem. I want to give an example if this still isn't making entire, complete sense. So I just did this earlier today, and the 3 feelings I was experiencing were anger, jealousy, and sadness. So the subconscious beliefs behind that was I wasn't feeling chosen. I felt like there was something wrong with me. And I felt like I was comparing myself to another person. So the subconscious thoughts really, really boil down to self-worth and feeling comfortable and good in my own body and my feeling comfortable in myself. So this experience, this meditation, if you'd like to call it that, it's not easy the first couple times because you're really opening yourself up to be vulnerable and to experience things that are really scary to experience if you're so used to pushing down these emotions and these thoughts and these experiences. It's difficult, and I want you to have some compassion for yourself and just love on yourself and have so much empathy because this is not an easy thing to do at all. And if you decide to try this out, this 25-minute meditation, I want you to be really, really proud of yourself because it takes a lot of bravery to experience things that do not feel good voluntarily. So after we've identified each subconscious belief from those feelings, now we can really, really make some progress in cultivating a new mindset through a main statement of what you're going to a main statement of what you're what a main statement of what you want your mindset to be going forward with this specific situation, and then also 3 to 5 affirmations that really target those subconscious beliefs. We're basically going to flip it so that we can rewire the brain. So for the situation that I was going through, I wrote down for my mindset shift to be everything is happening in my best interest and nothing can ever take away what is meant for me. You can literally decide what you want to believe and what meaning you want to assign to any and every situation. There is so much power in that. So by choosing to believe, no, everything is working in my favor. The universe is actually rigged in my favor. You don't have to know how or why it is in your favor, but just trust that it is all for your best interest. This situation, for some reason, is pushing you towards your dream future, pushing you towards your dream self. You don't have to know why. Well, you know why. It's because you're lucky as hell. But I meant you don't have to know how it's helping you. You just have to put your faith in that it is working out for you. Everything is working out for you. That's the mindset that you need to have. And also trusting that nothing, not one person, not a situation can ever take away what is meant for you. We weren't put on this planet to go through a bunch of shit, honestly. It's like we aren't here for that reason. We're meant to experience the joys of life, the happy moments. That's what we're here for, is to enjoy and live out life. So I genuinely believe that universe, God, creator, whatever you believe in, it's there to protect you. And the odds that you are even alive are astronomical. You are a miracle, honestly. And it feels really good to relinquish control too, by putting your trust in something almost unknown and uncertain. I'm talking about like universe, God, whatever you want to call it. There's a sense of comfort that comes from that. If you're not super spiritual or religious, you can think of it in the more logical way, because sometimes I do need to do that if I'm feeling a lack of trust. And the way that you can kind of rationalize this in your head is, it feels better to me to assign positive meaning to this situation. If you're given a choice to view a circumstance in a negative or positive light, why wouldn't you choose the more positive light? It's going to make you feel so much better about what's going on. If you were to just decide, just make a choice that no, everything is working out for me and nothing can ever take away what is truly, truly meant for me, then you're going to be choosing, no, actually everything doesn't work out for me, and I have to force all situations in my life. That's not the mindset you should have. After you have cultivated this sentence that really embodies how you want to view the situation, we're going to look at those subconscious thoughts and flip them to make them into affirmations. So I'm going to give the example of what affirmations I created for myself based off the subconscious thoughts. So to go back, I was not feeling chosen. This is number one. I was not feeling chosen in this situation. So the affirmation that I created was, I choose, love, and respect myself. I choose, love, and respect myself. This is a really good affirmation to have because it's giving that love and validation to yourself rather than wanting other people to give it to you. My second subconscious block was that there's something wrong with me. So my affirmation was, I am worthy and hot as fuck as I am, just as I am, because you truly are. You are worthy for just being you. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to accomplish anything. You don't need to look a certain way to be worthy, to be beautiful. There's only one you. And this goes right into my third affirmation, which the subconscious thought was I was comparing myself to another person. So the affirmation is nobody else compares to me because I am the only one that exists. This, don't view this in a narcissistic way. View it as you're building confidence and trust and love within yourself. Because if you don't feel confident in yourself, how are other people going to feel confident in you? That makes no sense. So now that you have your mindset, shift and your couple affirmations, I want you to put in some headphones and turn on your favorite song and look yourself in the mirror. As you're looking at yourself in the mirror and listening to your music, I want you to say these either in your head or out loud, and I want you to repeat them. Just keep on repeating them. You keep saying, everything is working out for me. I am hot as fuck as I am. I choose, love, and respect myself. And I want you to do this for around 5 minutes. It does not take very long to change your state of being, your emotional state of being. It just takes a little bit of allowance to process the emotions and not push them away anymore. And then it takes a little time to realize what emotions you are feeling, and then to really get to the root, being the subconscious beliefs. Then after that, after you've gone through the dirty stuff, you can finally come out and come up with some solutions. By having your mindset shift and your affirmations, you're easily going to shift into a better state of being. It's kind of like, if I were to graph it, it's like you're here, and no. If I were to graph it, it would be like, this is where you are right now. Okay, so you're feeling, you're processing your emotions, you're going down and it's not feeling good. And then I want to say like halfway through your 10 minutes of processing emotions, you're going to go up a little bit, and you're going to start getting to a point where those thoughts and those feelings and those emotions, they kind of run out of energy. They cannot stay forever if you're allowing them to process through. And after that, after you identify your blocks, your subconscious beliefs, and your negative emotions, you're going to slowly start to go up again. And you'll be like, okay, I finally got to a point and I understand where this is all coming from. And I think that you'll find a lot of the times it does come down to self-worth and what you deserve in life. So after you have identified all of that, you're at this point where it's like a little bit better than where you were previously. You went up this little curve. And then when you're at this point, that is when you start coming up with the solutions, and that's when you're going to start doing your affirmations and repeating your mindset shift. So after you're repeating, you're going to start going up. Oh, you're listening to your music, you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're feeling yourself, and boom, 25 minutes. You just got from a lower state of being to a higher state of being. There's no need to overcomplicate this. Letting go is not hard, and that really is what this process is. It's how to let go of a person, a situation, something that happened, anything. I really hope that this helps and that you allow yourself to feel these emotions and get to a higher state of being, because it is so helpful. I can't tell you how many times that this has worked for me. I've tried a lot of meditations in the past, but I think that the issue with them was it was just a period of time where I was allowing myself to feel my emotions for like 20 minutes. But after that, I didn't have any action-oriented way to make myself get to a higher state of being. I kind of just like processed it out, but then felt like just as stuck afterwards because I wasn't sure still what I was feeling or what my blocks were. This is why I really have taken time to create this 25-minute meditation emotional processing, because I finally found something, or I finally created something that helped me get from a bad place to a really good place. I really recommend you try it, and let me know in the comments if you do and how you felt afterwards, or any recommendations that you have. I'll see you soon. Bye.